Hello, everybody. I'm gonna give it a few minutes and see if anybody comes in. Don't know if anybody will or not, but we'll see. I was just sitting here listening to some people on YouTube and trying not to get disgusted about what goes on in the outside world because we can only control what is within our reach. We can't control anything else. Well, hi, Miss Baldwin. How are you and your husband and Onyx doing? I need your help. I need your motivation. I need your energy. That's what I need. Uh, I was just sitting here saying that what we need, we can't control what's outside our house. We can only control what's within our house. Um, it's more or less just a rant video. Um, I had emailed Miss Tony and told her I was going to go live this evening for a few minutes. Um, Miss Baldwin, do you have Miss Tony's daily devotion, her YouTube channel, or did you subscribe to it? I don't know how much you are into, you know, stuff like that, into prayer and daily devotion and stuff. Uh, but she has a YouTube channel. Uh, well, it showed I had 3 people on there. Now it's down to 1 again. So, okay. I'll give it a few more minutes and see if anybody else pops in. I can see if I can get it and pull it up for you if you would like it, if you would like to subscribe to her channel. Um, well, hello, Gardner Josh. How are you this evening? How's your animals and stuff doing? Is the goose chasing you around or what? Let's see. And I got to copy it, right? And then paste it in the chat. Okay. That's her YouTube channel. It's Miss Tony Girl Daily Devotions. If you like to listen to scripture and because she likes to read about scripture and stuff. Oh my goodness, Josh, that's crazy. When I lived out in the country, the neighbor's goose kept jumping the fence, and it just stayed in my yard, and it stayed up by my old pickup truck. It would attack anybody that got around that pickup truck. I don't know what it was about that pickup truck and that chrome, but uh, that was the only vehicle that it would stay around, and it would chase me and try to attack me, and I'd run it out of the yard. Next thing I know, the goose is back, has brought a friend and a goat. The neighbor's goat used to jump the fence too. It was pretty wild until he got my fighting cock and decapitated it because my cock killed his rooster, but he had to pay for that. That rooster was worth a lot of money. But anyway, well, I was just coming on here to rant a little bit. You know, yeah, I don't care whether it's during the spring or the fall. That goose was forever chasing people. Even the dogs didn't want to go around. It was one of them big old gray gooses. And I had a peacock that come up in my yard. Don't know where it come from. It stayed around for about, I don't know, for almost a month, and then it took off. And um, I used to have my own ducks and chickens and rooster when I lived out in the country, but lost all that. So, but it is what it is. I was just going to talk about things that are not within our control. We can only control what's in our house and uh, our surroundings around us, but we can't control all this mess that's going on out here in society. Um, and you can only try to do the best that you can to get people to open their eyes to see what's in front of them. And you have to pray. You have to keep your faith in God, because without faith you ain't got nothing. You really don't. you know you got to keep your inner peace, your inner strength, even though at times it's the hardest thing that you could do. But um, guess a lot of people are probably going to bed and stuff because it's 9:30 here, but it's almost like 10:30 and 11:30 in different other places and stuff. But I was just coming on here because I was listening to some other channels, and everybody is talking about doom and gloom, and it's doom and gloom, and which I know we got to prep for it. We got to be ready for whatever comes our way. But we can't open everybody's eyes because everybody don't want to see it. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to acknowledge it in any way, shape, fashion, or form, and they think you're a damn nutcase if you talk about stuff. And if you try ridiculing anybody about something, they just get all beside themselves and want to throw a temper tantrum, or just walk off and uh, don't want to hear it at all. And I know my kids are tired of hearing me talk about this stuff. I think they wished I was still a drunk. Sometimes I wished I was too, but I'm thankful that I'm not. I thank God that God left me here for this day and time, and to be sober and alert, and to do the things that I've done to um, try to prep the best I can under the circumstances. Which that's what I'm gonna be doing this weekend, is some canning. Uh, I've got probably 10, 15. I've got almost about 18 to 20 pounds of meat and stuff I got to can this weekend. So in case the power goes out, I don't lose everything in the freezer and stuff. I'll have some in canned up and put up. So hopefully it'll all work out good and all the seals will seal. I'm using all new jars with lids and stuff, so hopefully they will seal good. The other week I did some meat and stuff, and I don't know how some of these people do it. They take hot food out and put it in the mason jars, and then seal it, and then you'll hear the lid pop, but then later, once it starts cooling down and stuff, it'll pop again, and you're like, man, it was sealed, but now it's not sealed. And then you think everything's sealed. You wake up the next morning, you recheck the lids and stuff, and um, without actually putting it in the pressure cooker, I'm not doing it again. I tried a few jars of like hot, some leftovers stew or something like that, uh, to see how that was going to work. Yeah, it didn't work out too well for me, so I won't be doing that again. I can't afford to waste it. But well, I don't know where Tasha or anybody else, or Miss Tony or anybody else is at, or kicking it to Harold. He's probably resting or something, and I haven't seen Youper uh, in anybody's chat room lately. Okay, thanks for the heads up. Yeah, I'm not going to do that again. I'll just I'm gonna pre-cook some of the meat to a certain like some hamburger meat, because you want to get as much of that grease off of there. I tried doing the raw packing with some hamburger a couple months back, and I didn't like the way that come out either because it was just way too much grease in there afterwards. And when I opened a jar of it, it smelled real foul. So I just ended up throwing them 5 jars out, and I'm like, well, there went 5 pounds of hamburger because my kids wouldn't even touch it. They're like, no, they didn't care if I smothered in the sauce or spices or seasoning. It didn't smell right when I heated it back up, so I just tossed it all. Saved the jars and stuff, but I did toss it all. Uh, but yeah, I bought some more stuff just to be on the safe side, because some of the stores are looking pretty shabby, and all the Dollar General stores around here. I went to like 3 different ones, and this one is new. It's only been opened a little over a year, and the shelves in there were like bare. And I asked the girl, manager, I said, "What's going on with you guys' shelves, man? I've never seen them like this." And they're like, "Oh, well, um, we're fixing to do some remodeling." And I'm like, "Remodeling? Why are you going to remodel? Y'all just transferred from over here at this one spot over here to this new location, and y'all ain't even been here open that long. What y'all going to remodel? It's still set up the same as the other Dollar General stores, pretty much." And then when I went to some of the other Dollar General stores, that's what they were saying too. And I'm like, yeah, no, y'all ain't fixing to go in and remodel. Y'all can't get your shipments in. And the Dollar Tree, where everything's supposed to be a dollar, is going up either 25 between 25 and 50 cents. So it's no longer going to be the Dollar Tree. They're going to add another 25 to 50 cents to the items that they have in their stores now. So don't know how long that's going to last. I guess I could have just did a video on YouTube, um, instead of in StreamYard. I think Ms. Baldwin just popped in and out, so I don't know. She may be sitting back there listening to me. I don't know. Josh, you got a nice piece of land there where you live at. Looks like you been working hard, you and your wife, um, getting everything set up and your um, garden plots and stuff set up. And when I was at the dollar store yesterday, they had some seed packages out front, and They was two for $1, but I got them for 25 cents a package and stuff because they were 50% off. So I bought a few more seeds of what I could anyway. Because I limit myself a certain amount of money for every few days and stuff. But I think if I go out tomorrow, uh, after my little one gets out of school, uh, I'll see if they got any more packages and stuff and see what else I can pick up just to hold on to. I live in an apartment, so you can't grow a whole lot in an apartment, but you can grow stuff in bins and whatnot and stuff like that. So, but you got to be home to take care of it. You can't depend on other people to take care of it for you because it does, you know. Sometimes it's hard for you yourself just to take care of everything you got to take care of. It gets overwhelming sometimes when it's just you. Uh, oh, you talking about the cannon, Josh? Yeah, it stunk, but it's all good. I just you learn from your mistakes. I've seen other YouTubers do that, and they call it ugly canning. And the chicken that I did like that, now it turned out okay. Um, it's still sealed and stuff, but the hamburger, yeah, it just didn't do well. And some beef. I made some beef stew, and it didn't. That didn't seal good the other day either. But I remade another pot of beef stew, and I got 2 jars sitting in the refrigerator. Um, I'm gonna put them in the pressure canner tomorrow evening with some other meat that I'm gonna be putting in there.
Question.
What? Excuse me for just a moment. What? Sorry, I was being interrupted by my 12-year-old. She wanted to come in here and talk about Halloween, which I really don't celebrate Halloween. I bought her a big ass bag of candy, man. It's got 200 something pieces of candy in it, but it's it's not the same as going out trick or treating. I know. I used to take them a couple of places of people that I knew, but a lot of people that I know has passed away. So I got real strong trust issues with people. Not all people, but a lot of people. I'm sure a lot of people understand that because they have trust issues too, you know. But all this mess that's going on out here with these ships being off port and stuff, and uh, I just I don't know. I had to switch it all off. I had to switch it all off. But Miss Tony on Daily Devotions, if y'all like listening to scripture being read or something, I posted her YouTube channel there in the chat room. If y'all want to subscribe to her channel, um, she would appreciate it. Um, I like to listen to her daily devotions, and she was doing some reading and stuff from the Bible with some people, but she hasn't been doing that here the last couple of weeks. She's had some personal issues she's been dealing with, which we all have. My aunt passed away on September the 15th, and a week later, my kids' dad passed away, and I was supposed to go to North Carolina this weekend, and pick up his ashes, uh, some of his ashes, and then take the rest of them with his sister and brother to the gravesite where his parents are buried and bury him there. But to unforeseen circumstances, I'm not going to be able to make that trip. Well, hi, Thomas. How are you? Long time no see. I'm doing well, Thomas. If I would say if people could quit passing away, but we can't help that. It's just things that happen. Uh, Hi, Deb's Wood Burning. How are you? Good to see you. I'm hanging in there. I'm doing good. I was just telling Gardener Josh there that I was going to do some canning this weekend and stuff and try to get some of this meat canned. Him and Miss Baldwin. She's kind of in and out to of the channel. It's good to see you too, Deb. Did you get you some more jewelry from Miss Catawalkie, Miss Kathy? I bet you did. Thomas, what's going on with you? How you been? I've been missing y'all. Y'all are my only adult entertainment outside my home. I don't. I don't have a lot of friends. I got a lot of associates, but not a lot of friends. Everybody I used to know some passed away, except for a few of them. But they're so far out there, you can't. Uh, they like their drinking and pill popping and whatnot and stuff, and I can't. I can't. I can't deal with people like that. Life's too short the way it is, and it's sad when you see people that are younger than you by 10, 15 years, and even some cases 20 years, but they look 20 to 30 years older than you do. It's really sad. But oh no, Thomas, that's not good. That's not good at all. Sorry to hear that it has come to that. That really stinks. Excuse me just a second. I need to mute myself for a minute. My little one thinks because I'm on here, she can stay up late and goof off and play around back there, knowing she's got to get up at 7 a.m. But yeah, you're right, Deb. I mean, yeah, and even us that are on disability or whatever, we don't know what's going to happen, because these people's got us all kind of messed up, and I have stuff that I got bookmarked, and I got stuff that I've got saved, but most of y'all already know all this stuff, you know. Um, so it's not really no point in rehashing it or going over it again. But there's there's only so much that we can control. It doesn't matter if we talk to our legislators or not; they're going to do whatever they want to do, whatever benefits them in the long run. So, I mean, and that's talking with them at the school board and city council and on up, you know. Yeah, you're right, Thomas. It's not going to end well either way you look at it for anybody. Even us, even the ones that say we never are going to do that. You know, when they cut off your supply to everything, what are you going to do? You're either going to comply or uh, the family's going to suffer. You know, um, and in spite of everything, the way people get treated at these hospitals and stuff is just ungodly in itself. These uh, heads of these hospitals and stuff, they forgot the true meaning of the oath, you know. Um, and I had my granddaughter was going to school to be a nurse, and um, she was so upset that things were being handled in the manner that they were that she just decided she was going to drop out and maybe go back later if things change. But the way they're looking, they're not. Nothing's going to change. And what does change is not going to change for the better for certain people, but it's going to change for the better for others. And um, which really stinks to high heaven, because we all know that they said that if certain people stop their job, they're going to put these other people that are coming across the line in their place. So, um, you know, what do you do with that? I mean, how do you stop that? You know, you really can't. Um, you know, unless you have bad bad intentions within you to do such horrific things to where you try to you know what I'm saying, that your mind would stoop to that level to. I mean, I can understand if you feel that your home is being invaded and um, you're under distress in your own home. I can understand that, but as far as going out there and doing something to the extreme like that, uh, that would be tough. Yeah, when I used to watch some of these sci-fi movies, and even right now, there's something on called 2045. I don't even know what it is. Um, I look at a lot of these sci-fi movies from way back when and stuff, and different movies, and I'm like, man, they've already got this technology. Um, what are they planning on doing with it? And now you're beginning to see what they're trying to do with it. Um, they're getting more and more open with what they're wanting to do, and it's a sad world. It is. It's and all these things that our people have gotten us involved in is coming back to bite us in the tail now because of the past conflicts that we were involved in that we shouldn't have been involved in, you know. And you got all these people coming across the line. You don't know who they are. You got all these sanctuary cities where all these people are going and stuff, and or just out there in general, anywhere. Just like hundreds of them walked off the military base this past week. Where'd they go? Nobody seems to know. How ironic is that? What have they got planned? You know, could it be something for Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas? Uh, who knows? Because I know when Mr. O was in office back several years ago, there was a train going through parts of Chicago on the outside of Chicago. Um, a bunch of ammunition and stuff like that come up missing off of that train somehow mysteriously, but you never really heard about it on the news. And I was looking it's somewhere saved. I think it's on my old computer over here, and I can't get my old computer to come on, but I know I got it saved. If I could ever get that thing to come back on. I don't know why it quit. I guess because it just sat too long. I know you have to watch everything you say, everything you do. Everybody wants to get butt hurt over everything anymore. And it's sad. It's sad. But I was talking about Miss Tony's daily devotion. If y'all want to, I left her link up here in the chat room. Uh, if you're not sub to her channel, um, she would appreciate a few more viewers to pop over there. Um, I was talking to her earlier, or I was listening to her earlier, and she was talking about doing some kind of movie or something, some kind of retros or something there. Movie for tomorrow. Yeah, it's rules for thee and not for me. As my parents used to say, you will do as I say, do not do as I do. But now look at it. You know, my grandpa, he uh he told me there was going to be days like this, that the days to come was going to be um real horrific. Um, that's why they never really had they had a TV in their house, but my grandmother didn't like it. She didn't like the TV in the house. But my grandpa was determined he was going to have a TV, so they had one. But it just hurts because we can't do nothing um, to try to save our kids, our grandkids, and our great grandkids. Um, because our kids is grown off on their own, and um, you know, my two girls, their eyes are kind of open. My oldest daughter, her eyes are really open as to what's going on, and she really doesn't. She's really super pissed about everything, but uh, and my oldest grandson and my oldest granddaughter, her eyes are open. Um, and the little one in here, but they don't like me talking about it. I don't have regular TV. I got the Fire Stick thing over here, and the kids has got stuff downloaded on it. Um, the only thing I downloaded on that Fire Stick was something called Tubi, Tubi, and it's some other free thing. Um, I forget the name of it now, but they have like other channels that they downloaded for the little one. The older ones did, but I don't. I turn it on just to have something to listen to. Sometimes I'll turn it on YouTube and put some 60s or 70s music on. If I get some of that old country music on, I might decide I got a tear in my beer and uh, might have to have a drink. But, which I haven't had a drink here at home in a while. Well, I take that back. I did on my birthday. I had 2 drinks on my birthday here at the house, but um, that was it. These I was listening to another young man earlier today. He was talking about nanotechnology, and that nanotechnology um, is something else. I didn't. Yeah, no, I didn't bookmark it. I didn't save it, but I did write down the website where he got it from. Um, but nanotechnology, who would have ever thought, man, that you would see that stuff on TV? Like these little bitty, teeny tiny little nanobite things, and they build and make something big. That's pretty freaky. Oh my god, I haven't drank Everclear in like, oh my god, I can't even remember when. It's been so long. It is some scary stuff. It sure is, Deb. I'm praying for everybody throughout this whole world, man, because we all need prayer. And even the ones that's got the veil still over their eyes, they need prayer. They can sense something's not right, but they just they don't care. I bet you did have a 2-day hangover. I would have probably not got up out of bed for 2 days if I'd have drank that much. I've got all kind of alcohol here. Uh, I bought different types of alcohol, but I like to drink a tequila sunrise every once in a while, or a mudslide, or um, a shot of cognac or Cavassier every now and then. But I haven't even done that. Sometimes I'll go to the store and buy me a 6-pack or a 12-pack and bring it home, and I'll think I want it. But then when I get home and I put it in the refrigerator, it'll sit there for months and months and months before it's drank, unless somebody comes over and uh, drinks a beer. But they don't nobody come here, so I don't have to worry about them coming and drinking a beer. I did have a neighbor that come down here, seen all my whiskey sitting on the counter and stuff, so they thought they would come down here and try to bum on my whiskey, and I took it all off the counter uh, and told them that my oldest daughter took it all and told me I was cut off. So Uh, I just keep one small bottle of Bacardi Light. I got a bottle of homemade blackberry wine over here. It's the last one out of the 6 bottles that I had. Um, I took the other 5 bottles to different benefits for people that passed away, and they all sold for over $200 a bottle, and they were made back in 2015. So I'm glad that at the benefits, they raised some money to help with the expenses for some people that I knew that passed away. What kind of wine does your wife make, Thomas? Just different types of homemade wine. Yeah, a friend of my mom's had gave her 2 cases, and each case. Well, it wasn't 12 in a case; it was only 6 in a box. But she brought me 6 of them over here, and she kept 6 for herself. I didn't know they were going to auction off so well at the benefits, but I'm glad that they did because it helped out a lot. I think one person out of the 6 bottles that got sold said that they still had the one that they bought. Oh, okay. I bet that pear wine tastes good. I don't think I've ever drank pear wine. Drink, I've drank grape wine, and I drank something. I tasted it. I didn't drink it. I tasted it when I was younger, and I was married to my first husband. He used to buy some kind of stuff up in the mountains. What was it called? They called it muddy water. It was some kind of brew. I I don't know, but it got them really messed up because I never really drank alcohol until I was like 22, 23 years old. And then I went through a phase, drank from like my 20s to my early 30s to mid 30s, and then I kind of slacked off and quit. Would have a drink occasionally. That's about what I do now. So there's them drinking days when I'd get dog face drunk, me and Jack Daniels or Jim Beam or uh, on any of them other ones, and get to driving crazy. It sounds tasty. Um, but yeah, I shouldn't even be alive. I shouldn't even be here today, really. But the Lord saved me from all them car wrecks I was in, and He left me here to be with to raise my 2 granddaughters. So and to see what's coming down the road. I don't like it. I don't like the new advanced technology. I mean, I like it to a sense because I've got to meet some great people um, on the internet through some other people's channels and stuff. I mean, I love that, you know. Um, but um, for what they're using all this stuff for, no, I don't like that. But I guess, if you really stop and think about it, think about the pyramids and the other stuff from way long ago, you know, I guess in some aspects we're trying to get back there, but they were a lot smarter and wiser um, than we are, but they wasn't too wise because God destroyed the earth um, in order to destroy all that advanced technology and hope that it would have never reappeared. But um, So that's what we all been told, you know. Uh, different stories from different generations as the generations go. Um, so you kind of gotta be able to read between the lines and learn what's right and what's wrong and what's true and what's not true. Um, and there's so many scriptures that are still missing out of the Bible, um, that we will never know about. So, yeah, me too, Thomas. Me too. Yeah, I know what you're saying there, Deb, as far as being a control freak. Yeah. Well, hi, Miss Virginia. How are you, sweetie? We just sitting here shooting the breeze about really nothing. A little bit of this and that. How you been, Virginia? I've seen you popping in and out of different chat rooms. Was Dangerous doing a marathon there the other day? I fell asleep when he come on. I woke up and he was still on. You guys were still on. I'm doing good, all things considering. I think I'm gonna have to make 2 more trips back up to Nashville, uh, to see that doctor again after that car wreck. They were wanting to. He was discussing. I know he was. I know. Um, they were discussing about because I got the bulging disc in my neck and my back. Um, I miss Kim too, Deb. I emailed her. Um, she emailed me back. Let's see, what did she say? Well, snap. I guess it might help if I sent the message that I sent her earlier. But she emailed me back yesterday. Well, let me look. I was looking at somebody else's. She said, I'm tired and aching all over. I've been trying to put things away, but we have a tiny closet and little storage in the kitchen. Plus, it's so hot during the day. But apparently, she doesn't have no internet right now where she's at. They've been listening to the radio, she said. And I uh, told her we've been missing her and stuff and everything, and our thoughts and prayers are with her. So, but she's hanging in there, just trying to get settled in that trailer. I guess they got. Um, yeah, I had her give me her email address, because I bought something from Miss Caterwalky's jewelry, and I wanted to send it to Kim. It was something that she wanted, so I sent it to her with a couple other things. And I didn't have a whole lot of money, but I sent her a few dollars as well to try to help them out and stuff. Um, what did Thomas say? Oh, Virginia, I guess I'm going to be cooking or be canning some meat this weekend. I was saying how I lost some hamburger meat and some other stuff because I was telling Gardner Josh when he was on here, that some of my cans didn't seal. So uh, And when I took the lid off of them to try them later, they smelt to high heaven. So I just ended up just trashing it all. But I won't let it happen again. Oh no. Well, that's not good, Thomas, to lose about $300 worth of jars a year. Yeah, I've got hamburger meat and um, stuff that I want to can. I want to get a bunch of this stuff out of my freezer, so I want to can as much of the meat as I can. And my little girl's going on fall break this next week, so I'm going to try to can as much as I can. I try to use up all these mason jars that I got in my closet and stuff. That for some strange and godly known reason, before all this stuff even happened, I started buying mason jars and don't know why. I didn't know why. Just like years ago, I started buying medical supply stuff. Didn't know why. Uh, God was weighing heavy on me to go buy this and that, and I just go buy it. My kids look at me just like those M95 masks and stuff. My kids is like, Mom, why are you buying that stuff? I don't know. God is putting pressure on me to go buy it. And I just happened to look up on some boxes at one of the what was the name of that store? I don't know. It's like a secondhand store or something. But anyway, they had brand new boxes of them for like $5 with 10 of them in a pack. So every one I bought them all at the end of the season. I bought every box of them that they had. I had like 80 of them, I guess, altogether. Yeah, when my mom comes, Virginia, she'll go in that room where my daughter moved out of, and she's like, "Oh, Kim, can I try this? Can I try that? Oh, your soup looks good. Can I try that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." I mean, our stores around here, the Walmart around here and stuff in Tennessee, over here in the northwest part of Tennessee, um, it looks a little shabby in places, but not too bad. Um, the dollar stores are all saying that they're going to be remodeling, and so all of their shelves, the Dollar General stores, so all of their shelves are looking pretty shabby. They're saying they're not getting no shipments in until um, even the ones outside the city that are out in the country area. My friends that live out in the country, I've talked to them because they have family that work out and saying, yeah, they're not getting those shipments in. They're going to be doing remodeling. It's crazy, and they're all new dollar stores. They're not that old. So um, oh my goodness. Oh well, that's not bad, Thomas. I think the 10 pound roll of hamburger from Walmart here is like $26 and some change. I think it was 26.98 or something like that for a 10 pound roll. Uh, but I bought two of the 5 pound rolls. And in somebody else's chat there, Virginia. I wouldn't be at all surprised if they didn't if they don't shut down. I mean, I'd been stocking up on beans and rice and uh, a lot of other stuff, and my kids is like, "Mom, what are you doing?" I said, "Trust me, somewhere along the line, you're gonna like beans. I don't care if you don't like beans now. You only like green beans. You're gonna eat peas, and you're gonna eat these brown beans and these white beans and these pinto beans. Uh, black eyed peas. I mean, uh, and stuff." I said, because and when I was putting them in Mylar bags, I was so stupid. I don't know what I was thinking of. Actually, I wasn't thinking. That's the problem. I put like 5 pounds of beans in one Mylar bag, and the same with rice and stuff like that. And then my oldest daughter was talking to me, and she's like, "Mom, did you put any salt or seasoning in with that stuff?" And I'm like, "No, but I do have some sazon, and I do have some condiments and stuff that I could use, and put them, tape it to it." Uh, but then I got to go back in and redo all that because I got to break it down because, you know, the smart thing to do would been to do it like I did it some of the rice. I took the bags and I broke them down to about this long, like you buy the yellow packages of yellow rice in, and I filled them up and I took the air out of them and I sealed them. And I said that's enough for about 4 servings. So now I need to do that with my beans, but actually I need to cook some of the beans and put them in mason jars. Uh, Pre-cook them just a little bit and stuff, and then put them in the mason jars and stuff, so they have water in them. I don't want to cook them too much, but enough to clean the dirt and stuff off of them. Um, for probably get them maybe to get to a hard boil for about 5 minutes, something like that, 5 or 6 minutes, and then shut it down, and then jar them up because they're going to cook. They're going to cook even longer when you put them in the canner for about 90 minutes. Well, see, every time we would go out to the restaurant and stuff, or like to one of the little drive-throughs, because the kids, when my other daughter was here, they like to go out and eat a lot. Not a lot, but a lot. Um, and I would always ask for extra condiments like salt, pepper, ketchup, mustard, things like that. And I never understood why. Now I know why, because I could use those condiment packages for other stuff. So yeah. Have a good night, Deb. I'm glad you stopped in. It was good to see you. You said all the dollar stores will soon um, be called a $5 store. Are you talking about the Dollar Trees, the ones called Dollar Tree? Because I know they were saying something here about going up 25 to 50 cents on some things in their stores where everything was nothing but $1. You have a blessed night, Deb, and thanks for coming. I appreciate you, lady. But yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I didn't get it why I was saving all that stuff, but now I got it. So I know. Everybody's running out of stuff. I was looking for some Gain laundry soap and because I just go out and I don't go out and buy stuff like a lot of stuff. I just go out and buy what I need every month, you know. And sometimes if I got extra money, well, um, I will buy something extra, or I'll pay it on the light bill or another bill, you know. Um, or I try to buy the kids some extra pants or shirts or socks or whatever. And they're like, "Why are you buying?" I said, "Because you're gonna, you might not be able to wear it now because I bought it a little bigger. So, because you're growing, you're filling out. Uh, so, yeah, I bought a 25-pound bag of sugar months ago." And I'm like, "What the hell?" you know. But I'm glad I don't open it. I haven't opened it. I haven't done nothing with it. I put it in a food container that I bought from Rule King. But I will buy the small 4-pound bags and use them for whatever I need to, you know, and save that one. And salt, I don't need salt. I got salt coming out my salt, flour, cornmeal, all-purpose baking soda, baking powder. I've been buying stuff up and don't even I wasn't even yeast. I don't even know. Uh, and different herbs and spices and stuff. And I'm just like, man. And I save all the seeds from any kind of fruits or vegetables that I buy. And I couldn't find Georgia peaches this year. Um, the only peaches that I could find, fresh peaches, was from North Carolina or South Carolina, one of the two. Probably South Carolina. I think that's what it was South Carolina. And the only place I could get those was down out in the country at the country store called Murphy's. I said, "Ain't this a hoot? The regular store don't have these type of peaches." And I bought some elderberry jelly and stuff from the Amishes and them and stuff. And they was only $2, like because those are just the little jars, the small ones, about so tall, about so round. Um, so I bought a few of those from them. Yeah, my kids look at me like I'm crazy, like I've done flipped out and lost my ever loving mind. And I told them, you gonna see it. Yeah, I did too, Thomas, yesterday. They were 50% off. So I picked up some pumpkin seeds. And like I said, I live in an apartment, but that don't mean nothing. I know people that's got land and they're not far from me. So, as a matter of fact, one of my neighbors, old person that I grew up with, just lives up the street from me on his mom's property. And powdered milk, I don't know how many things of powdered milk I got, but that stuff's gotten expensive. I thought it was expensive the first pack or two that I bought, but no, it's really gotten expensive. So, I bought the big packages of it, and then I bought like a box of it, so it makes individuals. And then my little one, she likes hot chocolate, so I bought boxes of hot chocolate. Yeah, I know. I know. I know what you're saying, Thomas. The kids, they don't. They don't want to see it. They think everything is going to be right there. And I told them, you better quit going to them fast food joints. You don't know what's real meat and what's synthetic meat. You might want to stay away from there. But do you think they listen? No, no. My one that just moved out, she called me, she talked to me the other week, and she said, "Mama, I wish I had some of your homemade chicken doodle soup or your homemade chicken soup that you made with all them vegetables in it." I said, "Well, I guess you'll just have to drive from South Carolina up here to get you some. That's all I can tell you." Yeah, it's good when you can buy cases of stuff at a time if they have it. You know, even Aldi's around here, um, they was in the beginning limiting people, and then people started raising so much hell with them because I know a family out here that it's like 8 or 9 of them in this family. Her husband and wife got like seven kids, 7 or 8 kids, and I'm like, holy cow! So she has to go in and buy a couple cases of all these different canned goods and stuff, and they didn't. They thought she was doing something else with it, but no, she's feeding her family. But I know because used to I could go in and buy. I mean, I still can. But I go to different stores. Like I go to Piggly Wiggly because they have 3 cases of water for $10 of this Nestle's Pure Life water. So um, I don't even know how many I go and buy them every other week. Go buy 3 cases and just stack them. And then I buy like a case of green beans, a case of corn there, and then I go to Aldi's and buy my carrots and some of the other stuff. Unless I buy bags of carrots and come home and peel them and can them, which I've done some of that too, and sweet potatoes. Canned some sweet potatoes, bought a couple bags of them and just canned them. Um, I love sweet potatoes. I love baked sweet potatoes. I love sweet potato fries, but I can't eat all them sweet potatoes up, and my kids don't really like them. And I mean, there are a couple of times I've even went to a couple of the food banks and gotten stuff, but it wasn't all for me. I was trying to help out some elderly women that live down here, um, because they don't get a lot of help, and their families don't come and check on them. So sometimes I'll just go to the food bank and pick up food. Well, hi, Lady Casca. How are you, sweetie? Long time no see, other than in other chat rooms. um, but I'll go pick up different stuff, just to try to help out some of the elderly ladies that are in their 70s and 80s and stuff, and don't have no family and no help. Um, Other than the Meals on Wheels, I think that's what they call it around here, where they take them a hot meal and drop it off, but it's just one meal. And sometimes if I fix extra stuff, I'll take it down there and see. I know there's one lady, she loves it when I cook beans and stuff like that and bring her a plate of stuff down there. So it sounds like some teenagers out here fussing in the street when they should be in the house. It's almost after curfew. They get out there leaning up against my car and stuff. What I do is I push the panic button and it starts going off and it scares them and they take off running. They don't think they got in trouble. How have you been, Lady Casca? You been doing good? It sounds like somebody's getting a good cussing out there. Spinach pasta. That's one I hadn't looked into. I'm gonna have to look into that one, the spinach pasta. Is it pretty good, Lady Casca? Let me see where these kids are at out here. Hold on just a second. Oh, I may have to step out there and tell them to quiet down. I got a little one that's trying to sleep, and they need to carry their little happy drunk asses somewhere else besides out here by my kid's window fussing and arguing. Some people have no respect for others, that's for sure. But anyway, I was asking you about the spinach. ABC pasta. You must have little ones, Lady Casca. I'm glad I'm not on the back porch trying to do a live YouTube because y'all would definitely be hearing some uh, griping and complaining going on out there. Eight and nine, yeah, I bet so. Well, that's good. I mean, at least you have that for the kids and stuff. Mine is 12, the preteen stage. So, Are you homeschooling yours, Lady Casca? I got a Coleman stove that I bought for. I've got a 6-man tent, and I gave my daughter the 4-man tent to take with her. I don't know what why I bought a 4-man tent years ago, but then my mom, when she was working at Walmart a few years back, she come and brought me a. It's either a 6-man tent or 8-man tent. I don't know. I can't remember exactly, but it's never been out of the box. I've never used it. And then I went and bought me a Coleman cooking stove, and I bought one of those the round iron plates that has the chains on them, to where you could hook it over an open pit fire. Even though I live in an apartment, um, we've had the lights go out here, and they were out for a week after a storm blew through. So I took my folding white table and put it out here on my back deck, and took my Coleman stove and my little gas tanks, and that's what I cooked on for a week and stuff out here. And I used my oil lights and played games and card games and stuff with my kids. They're like, "Mom, how do you do it without the internet?" I said, "It don't bother me none at all. Thank God it's off." You know? That was way before I started a YouTube channel. So yeah, but yeah. I mean, you could do it. I mean, you could do it in a house if you had to. If the tent's not that big and you got a open room to where you could do that. Because I thought about that myself, Lady Casket. I also got one of those little propane heaters to where you can just stick the little green propane tank on it. But I also got the adapter for the big tanks of propane. Um, and I do have the smoke detectors, the carbon uh, uh, thingy detectors. I got two of them. Yeah, I got blankets too. I got blankets, throw blankets, and some of the old clothes. Instead of throwing them away, what I was thinking about doing was taking my sewing machine that I bought that just sits in the closet and looks nice. Um, was taking and cutting out some patterns to do over the winter months. But I might have to do it a little bit earlier than the winter months. But I need to get my canning stuff done first. That's more important right now. Uh, but anyway, was taking and cutting some patterns out and sewing them together, and then putting them over some of the throw blankets and using some of the old sheets that I have that I don't really use anymore, and using them for the backside. And that way you got the throw blanket in the middle, which is a little thicker and heavier, but it would be warm. And I have the emergency camping blankets slash. It's got the thermal thing on the inside of it, but it's also orange on the outside. Um, I bought some of those to put in the bug out bags. Uh, water water filter straws and stuff. Um, there's two in each bug out bag. Um, and I got the medical supply kits and different types of medical supply kits in all three of the bug out bags. Um, some of them I have the needle and thread kits to sew up any open wounds and stuff. And that's mainly why I bought all the liquor um, that I've hoarded was, in case you can't have pain medicine and stuff, you give somebody a shot of liquor or use it to clean a wound or something if you don't have alcohol. But I've got about, I don't know how many bottles of alcohol and peroxide and ointment. And I got 2 blue crates of medical supply stuff almost. Yeah, that wool could get itchy, but wool works good. The old military wool blankets, them old green ones, those were always good to use to take a piece of sheet and put on one side of it, sew it to one side of it, and then um, do you like a quilt pattern or something on the other side of it and have that in the middle. And it's a little bit heavy, but it's very warm. Yeah, you can. I mean, you can do a lot with liquor. You can use it for wounds. You could use it for pain medicine. You can use it for homemade remedies for different cough medicines and stuff like that. Which I've been known to make some of that too. Uh, yeah, that's something I haven't really seen at Walmart lately. Is the little green propane tanks of fuel, and you can't hardly find any oil lamp. The oil, not unless you order it online. But I'm a pay as you go person. I'm not a card swiper. Uh, I set a I have a budget, so I know what I have to pay out. And this is what I got to spend, and this is what I want to try to keep. So um, I don't like using a card. I do use a card every once in a while, but I'm not a big card person, and I don't do online shopping. My kids do, but I don't. And they do that PayPal stuff. I don't do all that stuff. Oh no, that's a lot of flashlights. Why don't you just go to like the dollar store or Dollar Tree and buy a bunch of the solar panel lights? That way you can recharge them during the day and you can just set them around in the room at night. That's what I did. Is I bought a couple of packages of the solar lights, um, to help out, to try to save where I can, as far as my oil lights go. Are you talking about that kimchi? That's what you're talking about, Thomas. And they bury it. Oh, y'all gonna have to forgive me for a minute, but I'm gonna have to step out here and tell these girls they need to take they griping and arguing on down the street because it's about work my nerve, and it's almost 11 o'clock. Um, and I'm gonna have to get off here anyway because my little one, I got to get up in the morning and get her in school. But I'll be back on sometime over the weekend and stuff, and everything. I appreciate y'all stopping in and chit chatting with me and stuff. Um, but I usually get up about 6:30, um, so I can get her up. And she's got to be online. She don't get up until 7:30 though, but I'm always way before that. I can go to sleep at 12 o'clock, and I'll be back awake at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. I love you all. I appreciate y'all popping in, and I'll schedule another, and maybe Lady Casca and Virginia can come up here or something, um, and talk about their channels and stuff, and we'll get their links put up in here. Maybe we'll have a few more people join us and stuff over the weekend, when they're not so busy and stuff. Thank you, Thomas. It was good chatting with you. I appreciate you stopping in, Virginia, Lady Casca, um, and Gardner Josh. He stopped in here earlier and chatted a little bit, and Deb's wood burning, and Miss Baldwin. I really appreciate y'all popping in and sitting here chit chatting with me. Um, I just got tired of going to everybody else's channel and it's all doom and gloom, and uh, I was going to come over here and rant about it on my channel, but I decided not to really throw too much of a rant about it. All right, you guys, I love you all. Thank you very much, and y'all have a blessed night. and may peace be with you. And keep the faith. We all must keep the faith in the Lord that He's going to see us all through this. And we all must do what we got to do to be as prepared as we can for whatever may come our way. And I love you all, and I'll see you all soon, okay? Night.